What secret childhood incident still makes you cringe whenever you remember it? I was 11 when my parents hosted this big dinner party. It was one of those grown-up affairs where everything smelled like candles and roast chicken and all the napkins were folded fancy. My dad had invited a bunch of colleagues over. Some big deal from his office was coming, including his boss, who I'd never met but had heard about endlessly. My mom was stressed out, cooking all day, polishing silverware that we hadn't used since my aunt's wedding shower. She kept pulling me aside and whispering, "Please be on your best behavior tonight. No jokes, no weird experiments, no showing anyone your bug collection." I nodded, promised to be good, but in my 11-year-old brain, best behavior meant be impressive. And at that moment in my life, my most impressive skill was a magic trick I'd been practicing for weeks, making a quarter disappear. The trick involved palming the coin and sliding it into my sleeve. It only worked about 50% of the time, but I had confidence. False confidence, dangerous confidence. The second my dad's boss walked in, tall guy, serious face, expensive suit, I ran up to him like I was opening for a Vegas act. "Want to see a magic trick?" I asked. He smiled and said, "Sure, let's see what you got." I stepped into the center of the room and said loudly, "Ladies and gentlemen, I will now make this quarter disappear." I fumbled immediately, dropped the coin, twice. One bounce hit the dog bowl. Laughter trickled in. I smiled through it, picked it back up, tried again. The third attempt, I got it, slid it up my sleeve clean, raised my empty hand triumphantly. Polite applause. A few chuckles. I should have ended it there, but no, I had to keep going. I blurted out, "And now I will make it reappear from behind your ear." Problem was, I hadn't practiced that part, at all. So I leaned in, went to reach behind his ear, lost my footing on the rug, stumbled, and somehow jammed my index finger straight up his left nostril. Not grazed it, not tapped it. I'm talking full knuckle, like I was trying to press a reset button in his skull. He jerked back so hard he bumped into a chair, eyes watering instantly. Someone gasped. My mom dropped a serving spoon. He pulled out a tissue and laughed weakly. "I think you hit my brain." Blood on the tissue. Just a little, but enough. Everyone in the room went quiet. My dad gave me that tight-lipped smile you only see when someone's trying not to lose it in public. My mom just said, "Okay, time for the magician to take a break." I was mortified. I got sent to my room, still holding the quarter like it had betrayed me. I sat on my bed and stared at the wall for an hour. I didn't cry, not then, but when the guests started laughing again downstairs and the music came back on, yeah, I let a few tears out. The next morning, nobody brought it up. My parents acted like it didn't happen. I tried to erase it from my brain, but trauma has a good memory. Somehow, despite my nasal assault, my dad still got promoted a month later. Apparently, his boss had a good sense of humor, but it didn't end there for me, because from that night on, every time we saw that man, company parties, holiday events, even my dad's retirement dinner, he'd spot me, smile wide, and say, "Still doing magic tricks, kid? Or just brain surgery these days?" Once, when I was 19, I tried to defend myself. "It was one time," I said. He just patted my shoulder and replied, "The great ones only need one performance." Last Thanksgiving, he showed up at my parents' house for a dinner party reunion. He walked in, handed me a gift bag, and said, "Something to keep the legacy going." Inside, a magician's starter kit and a box of tissues.